What are the sales of Odoo Dubai per year?
Are you up for an interview? I say, yeah. When can you come? I say, I can come anytime. And they said, can you come now? I say, yeah, why not?
Excellent. Tell me please, what is your story?
I think 10 or 12 million happy customers.
How do you manage treasure rate between Odoo?
No, hang on a sec. Let's say 5,000.
But it's so much more complicated than that.
Because you told me turnover is 60 million, 80 million.
There are no taxation. There's no income tax.
I'd say keep trying, don't give up.
Next year, we should go anywhere around 100 to 110 million.
Wow.
We achieved $60 million this year.
80,000 per year.
I've been told it was a silly mistake.
Would you mind going there? I said, let me ask my wife.
Speed does matter.
Because there is nothing that can block us.
Hello everybody, today we have the opportunity to go to film the Odoo office of Dubai. This is an office of 400 people and it's huge, we just discovered that. This is the most international office of Dubai. Why? Because you have so many nationalities here. The objective of this video is to show the atmosphere of Odoo. How does it work? How do they implement? And basically you know that the owner of Odoo has never come to Dubai. It was possible to create a company of 400 persons and they'd be able to sell it without coming one single day. So stay tuned, please subscribe, please share, please comment. This is very important for the channel to so we can have the force and the energy to push you and wish us luck. Pavitra, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Thanks for joining me here for the interview. I'm really glad to have you here with me. Pavitra is the managing director of Odoo Dubai.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm thinking that a lot of people do not know, at least my subscribers do not know what Odoo does. So what Odoo does?
Okay, the best way to describe Odoo is Odoo is the comprehensive suite of business applications designed for the companies to streamline and make their operation efficient, if you like. Yeah, and all these apps are totally saying streamlined integration. Apps such as CRM, sales, accounting, project management, HRM, etc. Right?
Okay.
So if you have one need, we have one app for it.
Okay, does it mean it covers all the needs of the businesses?
Yes, indeed.
Does it mean it goes from a taxi driver, from hairdresser, to a big multinational company?
Beauty of Odoo is that it's extremely user-friendly. It's simple, simplified software which can take the complex operations as well. Let's say startup, you're a one-man company with plenty of dreams, or you're a big multinational with a complex workforce. We can cater both. Yeah, the both extremes we could. So yeah, it's the software for all.
So the entrepreneur has to get an accountant in order to manage his accounting,
Yes,
right?
indeed.
And this can be done with Odoo. So this is kind of a starting point.
Yeah.
This is the entry to the comprehensive solution of Odoo, and then afterwards, whenever he will grow, he will need other apps as well. This is where he grab that from Odoo.
True. It's difficult at times to change the mindset, but we try. And for example, KPMG is a good example. They gave us this comfort, they gave us this confidence in the using Odoo.
So KPMG is an accounting firm which has its own clients, and they have transferred all the clients to Odoo.
Yes, indeed. In Belgium, yes, they have, and in Dubai, they went live a few weeks ago.
Thanks to the KPMG of Brussels, they did that?
Yes, indeed. I mean, it starts small. Let's say in Belgium, KPMG today, not let's say that's the reality. They are utilizing Odoo for their fiduciary arm.
And a small advice from me as an entrepreneur, what I can suggest to you is that whenever you start a business, try to find an accountant that's using Odoo. So you're at the starting block on the right path straight away. Hello. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Malaz and I'm a translator here in Odoo Dubai.
Okay, Malaz, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, and translator from what language?
So I currently only handle the Arabic language, but I occasionally get to translate like from English to Arabic, Arabic to English. In regards
Which one Arabic? Which Arabic? Because there's so many Arabic.
So if we're really going to count how many dialects and how many variations of the Arabic language we have well over thousands. People do understand each other, but they do not speak very similarly. Arabic is very, very diverse. People have so many different dialects, so many different backgrounds, and it's also...
And the writing?
The writing is the same.
Is the same?
Yes.
So I mean, if I'm living in Morocco and you are living, by the way, where are you from?
I'm Sudanese.
You're Sudanese. We write the same letters in Arabic or not?
We do.
But you read them differently.
That's correct, yeah.
I'm listening to your accent, it's very good. So according to me, you're talented for languages. How many languages do you speak?
I speak about 5,
Okay.
like Spanish, French.
By the way, Spanish, French, what?
I'm joking, I only speak Arabic and English, but maybe one day.
Good one. Okay. How long have you been working for Odoo Dubai?
Rounding up to 2.5 years.
2.5 years. So all the official texts in Arabic are translated by you?
Yeah, that's correct.
Excellent. The next question after was to the managing director regarding how many nationalities there are.
Odoo Dubai, Odoo MENA is insanely diverse. You can meet like at least 100 different nationalities. Okay, maybe 100 is a little bit exaggerated, but we have so many different nationalities, people from different backgrounds, different cultures, and it's amazing to get to know everybody and, learn from them and learn a little more about their culture.
Do you have a question for Fabien?
When you started Odoo, when the idea came to your mind, when you started developing it, did you have in mind that it'll grow to be such an amazing company and branch out and take all over the world like you thought it would be?
Okay, but I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see this interview and to get to see the video of Fabien that I have interviewed him 1 year ago. It will be very nice for you, I think.
Of course.
Thank you for the
Thank
interview.
you so much. It's been great talking to you.
Yes, same here. What is the business model of Odoo? I mean, this is the customer who has subscribed to the Odoo formula, or the accounting goes there. What is the business model? How does it work?
We have amazing software. We want to make each and every business out there way more efficient, productive, if you like. And for that to happen, we have the direct channel and the indirect channel. So the direct channel and the indirect channel, their prime responsibility is to reach out to the customer, show them the benefits of Odoo by demonstrating the software tailored to their requirements. In Dubai, for instance, we have around 1,200 partners, active partners.
1,200?
Yeah, these are integrating partners. So they reach out to potential clients who are not even aware of Odoo, or the benefits of Odoo, make them understand, bring them on board. Plus, in-house, we have 200 strong sales plus consultants who help the customers, smaller customers, to bring them within our ecosystem.
So I will take the same example of a hairdresser. This guy wants to grow, and whenever the accounting is done already on Odoo, it's very easy. Just contact Odoo, and they would guide you with the application that you need to install.
Imagine like a hairdresser, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm a hairdresser, you're my client. Maybe you are using Odoo and I just asked you, like when you're sitting there, I'm cutting your hair, for example. You told me that, you're utilizing Odoo for your business, something, it will pop up Odoo as a word, as a name. And then maybe I won't pay any attention, but then I see a billboard. And they say, that rings a bell. I might go on Odoo's website to check it out, like what is this software, what is this fuss about? And then I have 2 options, let's say, at least. One is, click on the trial button and you have 15 days of free trial without inputting credit card details whatsoever, and you can test it. Or, hey, I'm not that software savvy. Why not book an appointment with one of our business advisors? They will make sure they understand your business and they show you what applications you will require for your business, tailored to your department. Right? And can show you really how you can scale up your business, make it more efficient.
So it's not just a company based, I don't know where, they are based in Dubai, you are 400 persons, it's a 50% growth per year, at least. And we have interviewed people just to show the faces of the people, how great people they are to serve you. So this is very important to me. I never like to buy some software online without knowing who is behind it. I always prefer to talk to the person, to understand the values, to understand how he's going to care about my project. That's right. So by doing this video within the tour, I have demonstrated that great people are going to help you with your project.
Amazing guys. Without them, it won't be possible. Not even 1/4 of this success.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Nothing much, man. It's nice to have you in the office.
Great. Same here. What's your name?
Emad.
Imad. Nice to meet you. Where do you come from, Imad?
Actually from Yemen. I have a Dominican passport.
Dominican passport.
Yeah.
Dominican Republic.
No, Commonwealth of Dominica. I used to sell passports.
It's okay. How long have you been working for Odoo?
Almost done with 2 years now.
I know that today there is a show, roadshow.
Yeah.
What's a roadshow for Odoo?
Well, actually, we do multiple type of events, but roadshows, they are our, let's say, core event that we do on monthly basis across different cities and countries. Basically, we do roadshows to kind of stay within the industry, to meet up with our clients, potential customers. We do a demo there for potential customers who are interested to look into the software, and it's a good platform for our partners to be to have a special event with Odoo where we.
It's an occasion to meet partners and
Yes.
clients.
I wouldn't say, it's mainly about clients.
Mainly about clients.
Yeah, mainly
Existing
about
clients come there to ask you some questions.
Yeah, and it's a platform for us to show the latest features and things that we have in Odoo.
How often do you organize a roadshow?
I would say 4 to 5 roadshows per month.
Per month?
Yes.
Not in Dubai only.
No, not in Dubai, definitely.
What is the scope of the geographical scope of
If we're talking about where we do the roadshows, at Iraq, Lebanon, we have
Jordan?
Egypt,
Egypt?
we have Jordan,
Jordan.
we have
Would you go
Pakistan
to
as well.
Pakistan, Lebanon?
Yeah.
Would you go to Pakistan? You do as well.
We do.
How do you promote this event in order to get people to see your roadshow?
That's a good question. We do it through Odoo. So we have a big database of people who registered in the past and they were interested to buy the software. So the database is always there. Whenever we have an event, we can just send mass mails to them and they receive the invitation. On top of that, we always have partners to sponsor these roadshows. They join us in these roadshows. So we get also invitations from their list.
What is the marketing budget to generate leads? AdSense, etc.
I would say we don't work with a specific budget here in the Middle East. We basically see how many leads we require to cover for the salespeople. And let's say if we hire 3 or 4 more new people, then we would require, let's say 600 or 800 leads by monthly basis. So then we would speak with Belgium or US and discuss how the strategy would go, how we going to generate these leads. So whether we're going to do it through more events or through Google Ads or through different channels, then.
Okay, but let's say we're in November today. In October, have you spent some budget on marketing?
It's not paid through us directly. Yeah. Number-wise, it's in Belgium.
Belgium did that.
Yeah, the payment.
The payment did.
Yeah.
How much was it?
I can't tell. Honestly, I honestly can't tell.
Anyways, thank you for the interview.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hugo, hello, and thank you for the time to take this time for the interview. But I took this opportunity because you told me you're CFO of the Odoo Dubai. Can you just tell me in few sentences what is your story? How did you become the CFO of Odoo Dubai?
Okay, sure. So first, thank you very much for taking the time to interviewing me. My pleasure. So I'm French, I'm 32. I've been now leading the finance here for the Middle East since a bit more than 3 years approximately. I used to work in bank in France for the last 6-7 years, so audit at bank. And I got an amazing opportunity, so I met Isidro, which is a group CFO in Belgium, and Pavitra. I like his drive, I like his vision, I like how Fabien is hands-on, and how he's like 100, or even if not 1000% involved in this company. And us as an employee, knowing that the CEO, the founder, still have the majority is something extremely important, because it's not driven by money, but it's driven by product, and his vision is amazing. And this is why this company is going that fast and why everyone is so involved and focused on working remotely.
If you see that the owner of the company, the one who owns the majority of the shares, is the CEO of the company, you just have to go fast inside that company, because you will get the most interesting and valuable training. You will be a very valuable resource. That's right. On the contrary, if you get to a company where the owner is not there, It doesn't say that it's a bad company, but you're not sure to get the right training and to be efficient at what you're doing and obtaining good results. So you started to do directly in Dubai. You didn't pass through Brussels, from Belgium's office.
I got a very intense and specific training with Alessandro. So it was a very intense training. Alessandro teach me everything. So when I came here, like I got the brief idea of how Odoo was working in terms of finance. But of course, then I had to learn by doing.
Okay, let's say two major things that you remember from that training.
The first thing I remember, and something that me coming from the banking environment where you want everything to be under control, and where you are in a company that is growing maybe 3-4%, what usually the bank are growing these days. Alessandro told me one day, you need to understand that here, you can't come from 100%. You need to let it go 20%. And 80% you will not call, 20% you won't work all. But this is what it takes to grow 100% or 60-70% a year. And for me, that was a shock because me coming from the audit and finance and banking industry, I wanted to control everything. I wanted everything to be, under my supervision, my oversight, my overview, sorry. And that was, I think, the main thing Alessandro taught me. And the second thing I think is Odoo is all about the customer and the value added we provide to the customer. And the fact that Odoo is open source and we want to stay open source we call it open source, but actually it's more open core. But the thing that the community is everything. And I think if you speak to Fabien, he will tell you the community is the most important thing. And I think this is amazing. And sometimes some companies forget that they are still here because of their customer. Thanks to their customer. And this is what I think is Odoo. Odoo is I think 10 or 12 million happy customers, and this is the most important for Odoo. This is what I decided.
Okay.
Hello, you're Stas, I am Tarek.
Exactly.
So you're Stas the Star.
There Stas the start?
Yeah.
Why?
You shine like a star.
I'm a married male, know that.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm an engaged man too. Sorry. No, I'm still engaged, not yet.
Ah, okay. Congratulations.
So, thank you very much.
Okay. So, Tarek, tell me about your role in Odoo. What do you do here?
So, I am a direct sales team leader for KSA market.
KSA?
Yeah, which is Saudi Arabia, or Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, which is the fourth largest market in Odoo as
globally.
Yes, globally, worldwide.
How much does it?
The fourth. So in terms of numbers, we're not sure about that. Mr. Fabien can give these figures. Give these numbers.
Let me do the figures for Fabien. So the overall turnover of Odoo is 300 million dollars per year. Last year, he told me that the evolution of turnover is 50%, which makes it that you have to get in 2023 to 450 million. True or false? Globally.
Globally, I think that's true. Because there is nothing that can block us.
Okay, Tarek, are you Saudi?
I am not Saudi.
Okay.
I'm actually from Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Yes.
What language do you speak with the clients from Saudi?
We speak Arabic languages. Okay, so the dialects just change a little bit between Saudi clients, UAE clients, and other clients. So we do speak to them in Arabic and mostly Arabic action.
How do you promote your Odoo in Saudi? Does it mean that you do pull or you do push? Or you do both?
So in terms of promotion, Odoo is well known now in Saudi. Okay, so for our promotions, we used to have a lot of roadshows. Okay, now we have increased the number of roadshows just for the people to know what new versions and what new features are released in the newer versions of Odoo. In addition to that, we are present in different third-party shows and mainly third-party shows to target the industry itself.
Good. So you do both, in fact. You do push because thanks to roadshows,
Yes.
and you do pulls thanks to the fact that
social media
or people talking to each other and then they want to supply. And what is the proportion between cold leads and warm leads?
90% is organic from the website directly, and 10% is only outbound.
Wow, this is very good figures.
Yes, that's great.
That's great. Who has developed this market?
Okay, so who developed this market? Of course, I've been a team leader for the past 2 quarters. Previously, I was a salesperson too. So our ex-sales manager, which is now sales manager of customer success, head of customer success, are one of the people that developed direct sales and as market and trying to target different markets. So 1 year back, we were divided into teams. We were just a lot of salespeople that target all countries. Then we were divided into teams, and then we became 3 different team leaders. This market was only 1 team. Now it's 3 different teams. We have increased 67% from last quarter to this quarter.
Excellent. Tarek, do you want to add something in this interview? Because this is a purely video. You have the chance now to add whatever you want.
The question that always, Mr. Fabien get always asked for, when are you visiting Dubai's office? We need you over here. We need you to see this office.
Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tarek.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you.
And so, after 3 months of training in Louvain-la-Neuve in Belgium, you moved to Dubai
Yes.
as role of CFO of Dubai.
Yes.
So today, the Dubai office is selling for in the region, I guess.
From this office, we cater what we call the MILA, so Middle East, Northern Africa region, plus some countries in Asia, so Pakistan and Bangladesh. And recently we started taking over Turkey and some other, let's say, Eastern Europe countries as well. The policy here is like we sell only in USD, right? The thing is the currency in the UAE is the dirham, right? AED, which is pegged on the USD, just to make it simple. And we invoice in USD only. So whenever a customer is going online, let's say a Saudi customer is going online, is purchasing Odoo, he will pay in USD. So we have 2 ways of selling Odoo. We have the direct way, so Odoo salespeople will basically do the transaction, or partners.
Okay. What about the split of the clients? You told me that the split of the clients direct and indirect is 60-70% are indirect.
Yeah, that's for the sales. Okay, so 60% of them are coming from the indirect channel, 40% from the direct channel. We're pushing very strongly on the indirect, and of course, the indirect is a very strong network because it allows us to get into some market without having a physical presence. Like for instance, we just have a physical presence in the UAE, we don't have a physical presence in Saudi, but Saudi is our biggest market. And our partner network in Saudi is very strong. And obviously our partner network in the UAE is strong, but it's not as strong as Saudi.
Hello, Smila.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
My
too.
name is Tas.
My name is Ameera.
So we are now currently in the department of implementation.
Yes.
Which is called, how it's called?
So we're in the services department.
Okay.
Currently here we have the project managers, the business analysts, the functional consultants.
Okay, so whenever the sales is occurred, the client is passed to here.
Yes,
This is how it works.
exactly.
And you're treating just the direct customers.
We do have certain actually partners actually that we deal with as well, but mainly the direct customers.
Direct customers. Okay, so the companies we are dealing with, those companies are small, big, medium?
Small to medium. So
Small to medium,
yes.
like small as 1-person company to what size?
I think it's smaller than 1,000. So I think it will reach to the companies that are 200 to maybe
Maximum.
300. Yeah.
These are the clients that will be treated directly
Yes.
from Odoo. Otherwise, they should do it through partners. Is it
No,
the-
so we have another department called the MMC department. They're the ones who deal with the MMC, yes.
Which is the abbreviation.
The mid-market corporations.
So up from 200 people
More,
in the
yes.
company, then it will be implemented by the other department.
Yes, exactly.
Because it's the way it's treated, the way it's approved is different.
Yes.
Okay.
So even the sales is done separately for them as well.
What is the time needed to implement one project?
Usually we would say around 4 weeks would be appropriate. Yes, one.
So you would work for one client for 1 month time.
Yes, that's the smaller
Every day.
project. Whenever it's needed. So sometimes because if we do certain training, certain implementation, so on the availability that exists, because we can handle multiple projects at once.
So just for my information,
Yeah.
if I decide to become a client of Odoo, and let's suppose I'm living in Dubai,
Okay.
then at some point of time I will have to work with you in order to install the Odoo project.
Yeah, so we do the full implementation, we do the full training as well. We teach you how to use Odoo. We also do the entire setup for you, import your master data, so any old data you have from, let's say, previous softwares, we have them set up for you. So everything will be set up beforehand and shared with you.
You are in contact with a lot of entrepreneurs,
Yes.
and you have a lot of knowledge about that. So I think that sometimes you are thinking yourself, why not create my own business? Because you know how to implement Odoo. You would not need anyone. You just buy the formula and you will implement it yourself, right or not?
But it's much more complicated than that, than just understanding Odoo and implementing yourself, because Odoo is just the software. Business is way bigger than that.
Sometimes the added value of the company coming out of the management of the company inside. And thanks to Odoo, it becomes much easier.
Yeah, of course.
So, of course, but the sales characteristics are very important. You have to sell. It's very important. But very often the value of the company comes from the management inside, the communication between departments and everything. And you have already that knowledge. It's very important. Do you want to add something to the video so it will appear whenever it will go live?
I just think in conclusion, Odoo is a very nice product, like the entire product itself. It's very user-friendly, very easy to use. So it's very great in terms of the way it is, also the interface. So I just have, overall great experience with it, and I hope everyone else can see that as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you. It's possible also to go on the website, odoo.com, and then to find jobs there.
There's different routes, as you know, when you apply. Let's say normal one is to go on the website and apply, but the best is do this, go online, apply, then go on LinkedIn, look for like Odoo Middle East HR, send them a message and if you apply for, let's say, a sales position, look for the sales manager, send him his resume, etc. The thing is, as I mentioned, when you're in a company growing 60-70% a year, first the year goes like this, super fast. You don't see the year going, and you're in Jan, and then you realize, okay, we're already in December, and the year went super fast. And the thing is, when we're growing, there's so many things to do, and even in the very small operational things, you need to be super hands-on. And of course, we have a long-term strategy, but at the same time, the role of manager, as per me, is to be able to zoom in into like what's your team doing, and be able to zoom out and see what's the global picture.
Anything else you want to add to this interview so it will stay forever on our YouTube channel? And by the way, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. It's very important for everyone, you yourself as well. So do you want to add something? Yes, go ahead.
No, nothing much. I think we did a good overview of my specific position. I just want to say that if you want to join Odoo Middle East, it's the right time, the right moment to join. This is a perfect company if you want to learn, if you want to grow. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. It was a nice talk.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure. Thank you, Hugo. Thank you.
Hello, hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Tell us about your job here. What do you do basically?
Well, I'm a client solution developer.
You can have a seat,
Thank you, thank you. Why don't you grab a seat? Yeah, of course. So we go by two names, either a technical consultant or a client solution developer, right? So we basically communicate with clients, and based on their requirements, we customize the system to work on it however they want, right? Some deep customization, something that cannot be done by a functional consultant.
Okay, usually this, one project takes 1 day, 1 week, 1 month.
It depends on the size of the project, right? We have some big restaurant projects, right, which takes probably like 3 months, right? They might customize everything from the way they take the orders, from the way they communicate the orders in the kitchen, a lot of things. So
I thought that the post solution of Odoo that has just been released is very global and can be easily adjustable for any restaurant. Is it true or not?
It is. It is extremely customizable.
You were born in Dubai.
I was born here.
So you
Abu
are
Dhabi.
specialty.
Yes, it's called NRI, non-resident of India. So, as in we're still considered, we don't have to pay taxes. In India, we don't have to pay
Sure,
taxes.
because you're permanent resident.
Exactly. But that's about the specialty we have. I mean, well, they have to put their citizens forward, right? They have to give priority to the ones that were PDM. So, I mean, yeah, but it would make sense for them to give citizenship to the ones who die. It's highly unlikely.
Yeah, sure.
It's extremely unlikely.
Because similarly, the passport will be get it this year.
And they have a lot of incentives for them. For example, if you're local, if you're Emirati and then you get married, you get a house, you get free education. The government gives you a free house if you get married.
You might marry
So for women, it's possible. If I marry a local, I can get a passport. But for men, never.
so you can become a bride.
Yeah.
It's not your plan.
No. It's not.
Okay, good. Let's talk about the good. How do you find the good?
I love the culture here. It's very different.
You've been working before being without?
When I was a research engineer before, so I worked there. But in most companies, I know I have a lot of friends here, and the age group is different. So in most companies, it's around 40 plus. Like everybody is 35 plus. But in Odoo, especially, that's very rare, right? Everybody's between 21 to 29.
So this is the atmosphere you like.
Here, everyone they don't have commitments. They're not married. They don't have children. So we're all free after work. We all hang out together with friends outside work.
What I like a lot about Odoo Dubai is the multicultural. It's excellent. It's great. It's very unique, you know. Whenever I have interviewed people in Belgium, they will Belgian man. Now I'll go to India. I'm sure I'll be mainly Indian as well.
Definitely.
If I would go to US, there will be American. But here is something special. I love it because I came 4 days before starting on the video and the shooting, and I've experienced that vibe that it's the center of the world is here because you see so many nationalities, so many colors, so many cultures, so many accents. It's great. I think the center of the world is here. This is where you see the whole world.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Mumtaz, do we want to add something to the video? Okay, let's say forever on YouTube with you.
Wow.
I have a question maybe to Fabien.
Fabien, why don't you visit Dubai? we need to see him here in person. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I would like to switch now to the part with figures.
Okay. Yeah.
So yesterday we visited the office. What is the rental of this office?
Rental of this office is around $15 per square foot per year. 80,000 square feet in total, right?
Do you have the amount?
Now, that's the finest guy knows, but just give you a comparison. In our previous office, we used to pay 150
per square feet.
150 dirhams, so that equates to, let's say, around $35 to $45. So
per square feet per year.
Per square feet, yeah, that's around 3 to 4 times what we are paying now, right? The reason why we got this, let's say, cheaper rent was because we took a massive space. It's bit outside Dubai, next to the biggest airport, if you like, of the north. That was announced in UAE. Dubai South will become the biggest airport in this region, right? So all in all, I think I'm quite happy what we are paying for the rent this whole way.
What are the sales of Odoo Dubai per year?
So this year we're going to finish, well, our turnover would be 60 million. $60 million.
Dollars.
Yeah. Okay. We started with $500,000 back in 2018, right? So our 2018 turnover of this region was $500,000. And I'm proud because of amazing guys we have. We achieved $60 million this year, end of 2023. Next year we should go anywhere around 100 to 110 million.
Why you decided to open office in Dubai, in not Oman or Qatar? Because I would understand if you were Emirati, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The management team of Odoo does trust you. They say, okay, let's open the one where you are from. It makes sense. But you're Indian origin, right?
Yes.
So why Dubai and not Qatar?
That's a good question. It's a twofold. The first of all, UAE as in it's more culturally aligned, if you like, towards the West, or if you like Europe. And the policies, let's say the policies within UAE are such that it's more conducive to establish the business and run it from here. On top of that, like I said to you, we had a existing community back in days, and still there, strong community. And majority of that community was based in UAE, so it made more sense for us to be here.
The turnover of $500,000 at the time was enough to suggest that let's establish an office here.
Let's say strong community.
Strong community meaning a community which is communicated, working, chatting between.
Yeah, that's one factor. Plus, there were a certain number of leads, if you like. Many databases were created on the community, so it shows that there is a potential. Plus, if you look around the market, even now, it is served by complex software. So I call it, let's say, the market where they needed Odoo, software like Odoo, to bring this freshness to the business. The business shouldn't be, let's say, at the mercy of complex softwares. No, They should have that kind of software that anyone can utilize. Onboarding should be as quick as possible, not complex.
Great, right?
Yes,
Hi,
Craig. Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How are you?
Very good. And yourself?
Not bad, not bad.
Not
Just
bad.
enjoying the day so far. It's a little rainy here, so you know I'm surprised, but yeah, things are good.
Excellent. Tell me please, what is your story? What a Canadian guy like you does in Dubai?
Yeah, it's a great question. I moved here about 7 months ago from Canada. I had a friend who was here in management consulting, said many great things about Dubai, the lifestyle, the travel, the people. So I thought, you know, why not try it out? I reached out to a bunch of people on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And over 150 people actually that I messaged, and 3 people from the Odoo company responded to me and got an interview, and 17 days later, it was all complete and moved here within 6 weeks. So yeah.
Okay. And you're coming from what city in Canada?
I'm coming from Toronto, so very different lifestyle compared
Exactly.
to Dubai for sure. Looking for a change, looking really to evade the taxes, if I'm being honest, and get into some sunshine year round. Yeah.
Sunshine is true, but regarding the cost of living is higher here than back now.
Kind of comparable. I would say like the rent I'm paying right now for a 1-bedroom is pretty similar to Toronto. But yeah, you can, it's around 24.50 Canadian. I'm not sure what that is in terms of USD, but around 80,000 dirhams in the marina. And everyone tells me I'm crazy for it, they say.
Wait, 80,000 per year.
Per year, not per month.
Divided by 12, it makes it what? 6,000.
Yeah, I've been told it was a silly mistake, but for me, I love it.
Usually it's 4,000, between 4 and 5.
This is what everyone says.
And you are paying 6,000, not much more expensive.
Exactly.
You are based in Marina.
I'm based in Marina, yes.
It's a nice apartment with a facility.
Very nice. They give me a furnished apartment, lots of different amenities. Hard to complain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do you like so far the Belgian Odoo culture?
Honestly, when I walked in here, I didn't know what to expect, but on day 1 of coming into the company, it's been nothing short of amazing. You know, 350 plus people working here. Everyone's so bright, they're so energetic, and just an amazing learning environment so far.
And what kind of job do you do here?
So I'm a business advisor. Basically, my main role is to prospect new potential businesses, learn a little bit about their organization and their business requirements, and seeing if Odoo is a software fit for them.
So you're the one who is doing the cold calling?
I'm doing the cold calling, I'm doing the emails, I'm doing the demos. I hit the lines every day.
What are the conversion rates in cold calling?
Honestly, compared to Canada, it's a much higher answer rate. So, for example, you know, in Canada, you might call 20, 30, 40 people, no one picks up the phone. Here, I find 1 in every 5 are typically picking up the phone.
And you're calling guys from Dubai?
Yeah, mostly UAE market is my main focus. So people from Abu Dhabi, people from Dubai, these are the 2 main cities for sure.
Okay.
And conversion rate, hard to say. It all depends on, you know, how much you know about the software and how much of a need they really even have. So yeah, hard to say on conversion rate, but it's going pretty well.
And where does the database come from?
The database from Odoo.
Yeah, database of your phone calls.
The CRM, yeah. So they're all inbound leads that come in. This is like a marketing team. They do, you know, a series of different marketing endeavors that basically brings leads into us. So yeah, fresh pipeline of leads every day.
Okay. Greg, do you want to add something else to this interview?
Sure. I mean, I'm curious about your YouTube channel. You're going around, you're interviewing a lot of entrepreneurs. You know, what's that been like for you? It's probably some very engaging and stimulating conversations.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great training for me, first of all. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
Because what will be shown on the video at the end is like maybe 25% of what has been real happening.
Of course.
So I'm
small snippets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm learning much more. First thing. Second thing is, it allows me to get outside of my day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Because I'm in as well, the construction business, it's like in Belgium.
That's awesome.
I know. And having fun. Who would imagine that I will be able, talking to you right now,
Come to Dubai.
come to Dubai with my team,
Yeah.
talking to you,
Yeah.
the Canadian guy, talking to Ummar, who is planning all this visit for us. I mean,
Of course.
you have to
Special.
move, you know, you have to invent some stuff for yourself. Otherwise, coming to the office day after day, it's not fun.
Get a little bit dry, and that's why like actually one of my favorite parts of Dubai is getting out for those in-person meetings on the street, you know, going to people's offices, going and actually knocking on you know, different businesses and saying, hey guys, you know, you need an ERP software. It's very different from the Western side where it's all just done on Zoom online, and that's all it typically is.
Same here. Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How do you manage treasury between Odoo bank account?
Cash flowing.
Cash flowing goes to Belgium.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay. This is managed by Belgium.
Alessandro. He's the CFO of our group. Group's here, CFO.
Do you have barriers to financial transaction from Dubai to Belgium?
Yeah.
Because sometimes the banks can stop this kind of transaction.
Yeah, there is no. Well, at least I'm not aware of any issues up there. Where we had some troubles. No, it's okay.
What is the cost of overall cost of labor overall per month here out in Dubai?
There are no taxation. There's no income tax, and so brutto is net, if you like.
Far less for people from Europe.
In that sense. So on an average, we pay approximately 15,000 dirhams
Per person.
per person. That
Times
can equate
400.
to
Times 400.
Then it's 4,000, let's say euros times 400 is that, right? Give or take. It's
So-
fair to say. No, hang on a sec. Let's say 5,000
Euros.
Yeah.
Okay, 5,000 tax.
Because there are a lot many senior employees as well. Their salary has improved, of course.
So let's say 5,000 euros per month. That's 400 employees. Makes it 2 million per month.
It's almost up to, with all the benefits included, let's say, give or take 40% to 45% of that.
That's it. Because you told me turnover is 60 million, 80 million.
60.
60 million. Divided by 12, it makes 5 million. So it makes around less than half.
But you have to put the rental.
Of course, there are many others many supplies that you have to pay, of course. Okay, you are the one who created from scratch Odoo Dubai. How did you transfer the culture of Odoo in order to see these smiling faces working there to you? How to see them motivated? Give me your understanding of this motivation that you transfer to the employees, some life hacks for any entrepreneur that is watching right now the video.
It's a saying, what you learn, you pass on, right? Back in days when I started, well, let's say in Odoo Belgium, yeah, that was back 2012. It was, let's say, mid-sized startup. The culture was, hey, it's a startup culture. We have to put up our weight, our sense of responsibility, have fun as well at the same time. Sense of a tribal feeling as well. Decisions were made on the team level, bottom up, top bottom, doesn't matter. It was each and every personnel was involved back in days. And that's the culture I brought in here. So when we started, in first year we were 35 employees, right? So 35 employees, so it was easier for us to manage this startup culture. Today we have 400, but still the mentality remains the same. But the most important thing is there should be a work environment which is positive, healthy, let's say challenging work environment where you're constantly learning. Because if there is no personal development, why on earth you will stay at certain company? And in this office, every Fridays, we transform the entire office as if it's a training center. We have plenty of trainings, let's say from sales to software knowledge to implementation to psychology, business. It's not like we are getting external resources to train our fellows. It's our own guys, right? It's our own guys. They go into depth in certain subjects and they provide the training. Again, like I mentioned, it's a tribal feeling. Yeah, it's a tribe culture.
So you trust, you do confidence and trust towards the employees. Do you control their work? Say, okay, maybe you work well, very good, you're the best, or listen, you have to intense this.
Wake up.
Exactly, wake up, and then it's here and there.
Sometimes, let's say the word control could be taken as a negative form, right? But it's extremely important when and where there is a problem, we look deep into it. And when there is no problem, if you like, you have to look even deeper, how you can further improve it.
Exactly.
Right. So both ways at times, like as a manager myself, and hey, it's not about like penalizing the employees when they make mistakes, if the mistakes are being made. It's learning from those mistakes, growing as a person. You learn a lot from your colleagues. I call them all, they're all my colleagues, yeah. You learn even from your freshers, yeah, because these guys who joins the company, they bring the fresh outlook. Most important thing is involvement. Each and every employee should be involved within their teams, and they should feel part of those teams, how they can impact from their understanding of the business, the ideas they bring on table.
Hello. Hello. Hello, Stas. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Victor, what's your name?
So my name's Azwar. Muhammad Azwar is what my full name, and I prefer people calling me Azwar.
Where is that?
So my family's based here. I'm actually born and raised in Dubai itself. Originally, I'm from Pakistan.
Azwar, tell me please more about your job.
So I'm working as a direct sales executive for the Pakistan team. So my job is mostly like we get inbound leads from the Pakistan market. You're supposed to call them, qualify them.
So it's like cold call?
We don't do cold calls. These are all inbound leads. So cold call is basically if you are finding someone. But we get inbound leads, we call them, we qualify them. If they are really serious about the product and they are wishing to implement it, then we take the discussion forward. Tell them about the commercials, how Odoo works, give them a demonstration of the software itself, and understand their workflows, and then show them how it would work on the Odoo itself, so on.
Oh, great. How many calls do you have to keep per day?
Per day on an average, I do around 30 to 40 calls. And out of those 30 to 40 calls, if I give you a bit more details, we qualify no more than 4 or 5 people. 10%. 10%, because our market is still pretty much new. And it's growing. That's right. We have to look. So this is.
And you're talking about only Pakistan?
I'm only talking about Pakistan. So we are only specifically dealing on that. We do have leads from Afghanistan also at some times, but that's maybe 1% or 0.5% of work.
What are your KPIs?
Okay, our KPIs are first of all qualifying the customers. So we have a set number. We have a target set number.
What is your target?
Target is to qualify at least 20. Customers in a quarter.
In a quarter?
In a quarter.
So if you call, let's say, if you call 40 clients, as percentage of 10%,
yeah,
you're qualifying 4 per day.
Approximately, yes.
4 times 20 days per month is 8 long.
Doesn't happen usually. It's a very case-to-case scenario.
So you go for the target and no one is...
No one gets qualified because most of them might be either students or they're only exploring for now. Exactly. Some might not be comfortable with the pricing and stuff.
Okay. So is it achievable to qualified leads in 1 quarter?
In a quarter, yes. It's a fair number to be honest.
Yeah.
We get commissions paid on the number of leads that we close. So we have multiple KPIs. The KPI that we get paid on the basis of is the targets that we get. The target is basically closing the customers. How many leads do we get? How many users, number one. The second target is how many hours do we sell on a support file. So those are our targets, on what basis we get paid. But the other KPIs are set internally by our team leaders so that we keep on performing and we don't fall back.
Do you want to add anything else to the video? Whatever.
Just want to add a small thing that a lot of people these days are trying to come into Odoo. It was the same was the case with me when I'd say keep trying, don't give up. If you can do it, you've got it, you definitely get a chance to be in Odoo, and it would be great. Odoo is a great place to work and you'll enjoy your time, you'll learn a lot, and there's a lot of scope of growth also at the same time, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. I got into Odoo in my second attempt, not the first attempt.
You were used the second
the first attempt, yes, but I didn't give up. I said I'll try again. I got an opportunity again, and here I am.
Excellent, you got the lesson. Thank you very much.
Cheers, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a Belgian company based in Dubai, and you're in there. I mean, tell me about your story. How did you become a large driver of Odoo Dubai?
I left India back in 2001.
From what city?
Went to Paris.
Is that time you were alone or your family?
No, I was single. Yeah, straight from the university, went there because I got the job. Then I moved to King's College London. I did the Masters in International Finance. And then I was working in the financial services, Bangkok, even Kuwait Oil Company. Afterwards, moved to Belgium, and I wanted to work in the tech firms. And when I got to know about Odoo, that they are open for, let's say, foreigners to join in, I said, why not? Let's join this company. It's small. I love the product and the skill. But got to know about Odoo by chance. Looked into the software. I loved it.
By chance? What does it mean by chance? I mean, it's not
I was looking for the jobs where they need the English speaker. Because I don't, I don't speak French. I don't speak Flemish, if you like. And it was difficult for me to find the jobs which fits the bill in terms of language. and hence I was looking in the job portal, which are those companies that are looking for a person like me, and one of them was Odoo, this tech company, so I was attracted towards it. Then I went to the website and I looked into the software side of it. I loved it, I applied it, and guess what? The moment I applied it, within an hour, the HR called me up. Are you up for an interview? I said, yeah. When can you come? I said, I can come anytime. And they said, can you come now? I said, yeah, why not? And within an hour, I was there. Within a couple of hours, I got the job.
Speed does matter.
That was back in, March 2012. So I was a business advisor. I remained business advisor for the next 3 years. Then in the 2016 October, somewhere there, I became the Chief Commercial Officer indirect, and Sebastien he became Chief Commercial Officer direct. Fabien came one fine day and said, hey, we need to open an office in Dubai. Things are brewing over there. Yeah? There's a lot of government initiative for digital transformation. We have to do something about it. And then I think after a few days, he came to me and he said, would you mind going there? I said, let me ask my wife. And I asked my wife and she said, like, okay, if you think it's the right thing to do, let's go. I went to Fabien. I said, right after Odoo experience, I'll lay there.
Is there any question that I haven't asked you?
I think we have covered about every aspect of the business. Maybe it's time for lunch.
Exactly. Okay, Pavitra, thank you very much for your time, because it's my pleasure to meet you, to spend 1 hour of your time with me. So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Take care.
Thank you.